Welcome to our channel's World Agriculture Technology.
How to completely eliminate the fall armyworm. Welcome to this guide on how to completely eliminate the fall armyworm from your crops. In this 10-minute video, we'll cover everything you need to know to protect your fields from these destructive pests. Understanding fall armyworms. Fall armyworms are highly destructive pests that can cause significant damage to various crops, including corn, rice, wheat, and vegetables. Identifying and managing these pests effectively is crucial to safeguarding your harvest. Step 1. Identification and monitoring. Identification. Fall armyworms are the larvae of moths that are active at night. The larvae are typically green or brown with a distinctive inverted Y-shaped mark on their head. Look for signs of damage, such as chewed leaves and visible larvae on your crops. Monitoring. Regularly inspect your fields for early signs of infestation. Use pheromone traps to monitor moth activity and predict potential outbreaks. Step 2. Cultural control methods. Crop rotation. Rotate crops to disrupt the life cycle of the armyworms. Field sanitation. Remove weeds and plant debris that can serve as breeding grounds for the pests. Till the soil to expose and destroy any larvae or pupae present. Step 3. Biological control methods. Natural predators. Introduce natural predators such as birds, ducks, starlings, and parasitic wasps into your fields. These predators feed on armyworms and help control their population. Biopesticides. Use biopesticides like Bacillus thuringiensis, BT, or neem-based products that are effective against armyworms and are environmentally friendly. Step 4. Chemical control methods. Selective pesticides. Use selective insecticides such as imamectin benzoate, indoxacarb, and chlorantraniliprole. These chemicals are effective against armyworms while minimizing harm to beneficial insects. Application strategy. Apply systemic insecticides to the entire field to ensure thorough coverage. Target specific hotspots where armyworm activity is highest with contact insecticides like cypermethrin or abamectin. Reapply insecticides every 7 to 10 days or as needed based on pest activity. Step 5. Integrated Pest Management, IPM. Combined approach. Combine cultural, biological, and chemical control methods for a comprehensive and sustainable approach to managing fall armyworms. Regular monitoring and adjustment. Continuously monitor the effectiveness of your pest control measures. Adjust your strategy based on the level of infestation and crop growth stages. Step 6. Post-treatment monitoring. Follow-up inspections. After treatment, regularly inspect your fields to ensure that the armyworm population is under control. Look for any signs of resurgence and be prepared to reapply treatments if necessary. Conclusion. By following these steps and using a combination of identification, cultural practices, biological controls, and selective chemical treatments, you can effectively eliminate fall armyworms from your fields. Remember, early detection and a proactive approach are key to protecting your crops and ensuring a healthy harvest. Thank you for watching this video on how to completely eliminate fall armyworms. For more information and updates on pest management, please subscribe to our channel and visit our website. Happy farming! Fall armyworms. Currently, fall armyworms have spread and continue to infest several provinces. Identifying the specific type of armyworm is crucial for implementing effective eradication measures. It is important to note that 1. All types of fall armyworms are the larvae of moths that fly only at night. These larvae also spread at night. During the day, they burrow into the soil, except for the younger larvae. 2. The moths seek out flower nectar, reproduce, and lay eggs, being most active on nights with high temperatures and humidity. This often leads to outbreaks or severe infestations at the beginning of the rainy season when the sky is hot and cloudy, but it hasn't rained yet. 3. These pests feed indiscriminately on almost any crop, including grass. The cycle of fall armyworm. The fall armyworm cycle starts with an adult moth, 10 to 21 days old, laying 50 to 200 eggs. The eggs hatch in 2 to 3 days into larvae, which go through 6 instars over 14 to 22 days. The larvae then pupate, which takes 8 to 30 days. Caution is advised to select pesticides based on the larval stage or adjust according to the specific severity of the infestation. Fall armyworm detection and management. The presence of fall armyworms has been detected. Please monitor your plantations, especially those growing potatoes in our region. An adult moth can lay between 100 to 200 eggs, enabling a rapid increase in population. Once hatched, the larvae start feeding and causing damage both day and night until they pupate. Early intervention before the larvae mature is the best approach, as it is highly effective. General measures. Regularly inspect the plantation and remove any eggs found. Chemical measures. Contact insecticides. Cypermethrin, abamectin, emamectin, systemic insecticides, chlorantraniliprole, indoxacarb, ethiodocarb. Spray the entire plantation with systemic insecticides, then target specific areas where the presence of armyworms is detected. Continue monitoring to ensure effectiveness. If armyworms are still present, apply contact insecticides 3 days after the initial spray. Continue monitoring, and if necessary, repeat the spraying after 7 days. Persist in monitoring and spraying until the infestation is completely eradicated. General preventive and eradication measures for fall armyworms on crops. The Department of Plant Protection, Sanitation, and Phytosanitation of the General Directorate of Agriculture wishes to inform the public that, due to this year's natural conditions, prolonged drought and intense heat have created an environment conducive to the rapid emergence and spread of fall armyworms following the onset of rains. To prevent the destruction caused by these pests, farmers are advised to diligently protect their crops by regularly inspecting fields and plantations, regularly cleaning weeds within and around fields and plantations, tilling the remaining soil in fields and plantations to eliminate pest habitats. Before the armyworms reach the field or dry paddy fields, dig trenches with a top width of 30 centimeters and a depth of 20 centimeters, and spread ash at the bottom to prevent their spread. Before fields or paddies near water sources, when facing an infestation, flood the field to submerge the crops and use nets to collect and destroy the pests. If the above mechanical measures are insufficient, apply the following insecticides. Thuricide or dipel at a rate of 1 kilogram per hectare. Pyrethroid insecticides such as cypermethrin or deltamethrin at a rate of 1 liter per hectare. Carbamate insecticides such as carbaryl at the same rate. These insecticides are relatively environmentally friendly. For more detailed preventive and eradication measures for fall armyworms, farmers and the public are encouraged to watch the short video clips. Fall armyworm damaged crops. The fall armyworm is native to South America and has spread rapidly to Africa, India, China, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. The fall armyworm is a type of caterpillar that can be a serious pest in agricultural crops. They are called armyworms because they move and feed in large groups, or armies. Armyworms are typically green or brown in color, can grow up to 2 inches in length, and infest crops such as rice, corn, wheat, and soybeans. If left uncontrolled, armyworms can cause significant damage to crops such as rice, corn or maize, cassava, wheat, and soybeans, leading to reduced yields and potential losses for farmers, thus significantly affecting their income. Fall armyworms are known to infest more than 80 crops including rice, corn, vegetables, cotton, wheat, sugarcane, cassava, and soybeans. Following the inspection, technical officers from the Department of Plant Protection, Sanitation, and Phytosanitation provided the following recommendations. Clean the weeds around and within the plantation until the surrounding soil to eliminate pest habitats. And monitor pest presence and set traps to reduce their population. Since the damage has reached an economic threshold, it is necessary to take eradication measures using specific agricultural pesticides, including emamectin benzoate, indoxacarb, chlorantraniliprole, flubendiamide, and spinedoram. Controlling and managing armyworm infestations. Biological controls. They introduce natural predators of armyworms into the affected area. Some birds, such as ducks, starlings, and sparrows, will feed on armyworms. Additionally, some species of parasitic wasps can be effective at controlling armyworm populations. A practical method is to use a mixture of 1 kilogram of ingredient powder, 1 liter of vinegar, mixed with 20 liters of water. After mixing well, spray onto the infested area and crops thoroughly. This mixture is very effective and cost-saving, as it can kill all armyworm larvae within 10 to 15 minutes. Chemical pesticides. But choose pesticides specifically designed to target armyworms, as general-purpose pesticides may not be effective. Avoid large-scale infestations. Chemical applications such as imamectin benzoate, indoxacarb, chlorantraniliprole, flubendiamide, and spinedoram should be applied, following indications and consultation with an agriculturist. Cultural control methods. Practices such as crop rotation can help break the life cycle of the armyworms, and maintaining healthy soil can make crops less susceptible to infestations. Flooding rice fields when water sources are available can be effective in managing infestations. Physical barriers. Use mesh screens or protective covers to prevent armyworms from reaching the crops. This can prevent new infestations but will not control an existing one. Planting resistant varieties. Some crop varieties are more resistant to armyworm damage. Planting these can help reduce the risk of infestation. Regular monitoring. Regularly monitor the area and take action as soon as an infestation is detected. Early detection and intervention are key to effectively controlling armyworms.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more video. Thank you.